welcome you all to the grand finale of the 34th Convocation Ceremonies of Olayinka University. And we put our hands together for this great university. Thank you very much. Of course, the Convocation Ceremonies commenced about a week ago with several events held in this great university. The press briefing of the Vice-Chancellor, the Dapo programs, another series of events that were held in this university. We had the Agri show, we had the Convocation play, and so many other events that have been outlined for this Convocation ceremony. About 2 days ago, we had the award of first degrees and diplomas to the deserving students of this great university. About 2 days ago, yesterday, which was Thursday, another set of graduates were equally conferred with bachelor's degree and other degrees as well. Thank you very much. But today, we'll be witnessing the award of the highest degrees, the doctorate degree in this great university. And the conferment of honorary degree to the distinguished Nigerian, which will be unveiled sooner than later. Before the program is formally, the event is formally declared open, let me recognize our distinguished guests in our midst today. We have our distinguished royal fathers in our midst today, another distinguished personalities from within and other part of the country. May I especially and honorably recognize the chief host of this great university in Agboola local government. I recognize His Royal Highness Oba Abdulrazak Adenuba Okudanotu Ekunweriba, the Ebumayiwe of Agoewole. Kábíyèsí, ẹ bá ṣe kábíyèsí. Ẹ bá ṣe kábíyèsí o, kábíyèsí. Ẹ bá ṣe kábíyèsí o, kábíyèsí. Thank you very much. Also in our midst today is another distinguished royal father, His Royal Highness Oba A.R. Ogunbanjo, the Obiri of Ayepe. Eba Anika BSU. Eba Anika BSU. BSU. Thank you very much, sir. Also in our midst today is the Salako of Ilako, Oba J. Godfrey, His Royal Highness Oba J. Godfrey. Anika BSU. Eba Anika BSU. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Also in our midst today is another distinguished personality. I call him a distinguished professional, an academic by excellence, and guru of public relations in Nigeria and beyond. I introduce you this citizen scholar, Professor Chief Pasi Yusuf, a former Commissioner for Information in Ogun State. Thank you very much. We appreciate you. We recognize you. Also in our midst is another distinguished members of the State Assembly in this university, in this case, and as well a distinguished members, a former member of Senate in this great university. A distinguished legal personality, a distinguished professor of political science. Thank you very much. Join me in welcoming today into this hall, Professor Valedictory. Thank you very much. We appreciate you. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. We also have in our midst another royal father of notes, the Honorary of His Royal Highness Oba Abiodun. Eba Anika BSU. Eba Anika BSU. Eba Anika BSU. Thank you very much. And you quickly recognize the former Vice-Chancellor, the founding Vice-Chancellor of Tertiary University of Education, a distinguished scholar retired in this university but not tired. I introduce to you a distinguished scholar, an eminent scholar of international standing. I introduce to you the former Dean of Social and Management, Faculty of Social and Management Sciences in this university. I introduce to you Professor Ayodeji. Thank you very much. We will appreciate you and welcome you to our meeting. Also in our midst today is another distinguished members of this University Senate, the pioneer, Director of Olayinka University Business School, Professor P. Apostle. Thank you very much. We recognize you. We appreciate your coming. Also in our midst is the immediate past Provost of Abayomi College of Health Sciences, a distinguished member of the Governing Council of Olayinka University, Professor A.O. Olatunji. Thank you very much. We recognize you and we appreciate you. It's equally very important for me to equally recognize a former member of the Executive Council of this local government where we are, Otumba Akin Oshiemi, retired, a former Vice Chairman of the Council. Thank you very much. We appreciate you. Let me especially recognize the presence of another distinguished royal father in our midst today, a paramount ruler of the paramount ruler of Egbaland, but today is ably represented by Professor Ayodeji. Thank you very much. Eba Anika BSU. Eba Anika BSU. Eba Anika BSU. Thank you very much. We appreciate you and we thank you for coming. Let me also recognize of course Professor Timothy Anake is very much around, representing the Conferment University. Thank you very much. We recognize you and we appreciate you. Of course, let me especially recognize the spouse to the Registrar and Secretary Council of Olayinka University. Of course, this is the spouse to the Custodian of Rules and Regulations in Olayinka University. I recognize especially Mrs. Abiodun. Thank you very much. We recognize you. You are most welcome. Pioneer, like University Librarian of Federal University of Agriculture, Abiodun, retired but not tired, and still very much in the academy. Thank you very much. We recognize you and we welcome you. The former member of this university, Senate member of this university, the former Provost of Abayomi College of Health Sciences, the former Chief Medical Director of Olayinka University Teaching Hospital. I recognize in our midst today Professor Fred Daisi. Thank you for coming. We appreciate you. And currently, let me seize this opportunity to recognize another distinguished scholar, a distinguished professional in our midst today, the current Chief Medical Director of Olayinka University Teaching Hospital, Dr. Ogun. We appreciate you and we thank you for coming. Thank you very much. Of course, we now listen to the music from the music unit of Olayinka University. Thank you very much.
In this university, what we are having today is the graduation of the postgraduate and PhD students. But let me quickly recognize in our midst the presence of Ashiru, Dr. Toyin. You are welcome, sir. You will have seen on my left-hand side, and you will be listening to the melodious music, the orchestra from Olayinka University. The orchestra is from the Department of Performing Arts, Music, Theory. We have three directors leading the orchestra: Dr. Ayodeji, Dr. Femi Akode, and Dr. Olayinka and Salako. Those are the directors leading this orchestra. Please, can we give the orchestra a round of applause, please? Thank you very much. May I inform you that the procession will soon enter the hall. As soon as the procession enters, I want to appeal to you to please stand up and remain standing until University, Conferment, and of course, we equally have the administrative officer student. Led by the administrative officer student. And we have members of the student union executive, led by the Congress himself, the president of the student union government, in person of Convocation Ogun. Then we have officers of the student union following behind, the graduate assistants, administrative officers, assistant lecturers, assistant registrant lecturers, senior assistant registrars, and senior lecturers. That is the entry of academic process of Division A. Thereafter, we are having Division B, led by the Deputy Registrar Senate, which is Olayinka, closely followed by members of Senate who are not members of Council. We have the distinguished professors, heads of department, directors, coordinators of the and of course, provost of colleges. And we equally have the faculty officers and college officers following it right now. and Provost PG School Professor Abiodun, the University Ashiru, Prof and Commissioner of Education, Professor Toyin, Arigbabu, and of course, our Prince Dapo, Abiodun, ably represented by the Deputy Governor, Our Excellency, Engineer Noimot, Salako-Oyedele. Can we have the national anthem, please?
Thank
Thank you very much. Be seated. Your Excellency, ma'am, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is my great pleasure and special privilege to invite Mr. Registrar, who will invite the Vice-Chancellor in the absence of the Chancellor to constitute this great assembly into congregation of Olabisi Onabanjo University. Mr. Registrar, sir.
Before constituting the assembly, I want to establish the protocol for today's ceremony. The visitor is Excellency Prince Dapo Abiodun, MFR COL, member of the Ogun State Executive Council, Speaker of the State House of Assembly, and members here are present. The Chief Judge of Ogun State, Executive Secretary, National University Commission, the Pro-Chancellor and Chairman of Council, Professor Toyin, Ashiru, ON, members of the Governing Council, present and past, the Registered Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board, the Secretary General, Ashiru, Vice-Chancellor of Nigerian Universities, the Honorary Commissioner for Education, Science and Technology, visiting Vice-Chancellors and Registrars, Your Royal Highnesses, my Lord Spiritual and Temporal, the Vice-Chancellor of Olabisi Onabanjo University, Professor Ayodeji, Olayinka, Johnson Agboola, Principal Officers of Olabisi Onabanjo University, the Convocation Lecturer, members of Senate, President and members of the OOU alumni, graduates and students, gentlemen of the press, staff and students, ladies and gentlemen. Now, constitution of convocation by the Vice-Chancellor. The Olabisi Onabanjo University Law, 2001, 223, provides that a convocation shall be presided over by the Chancellor, or in his absence by the Vice-Chancellor, or in the absence of both the Chancellor and the Vice-Chancellor, by the Deputy Vice-Chancellor, for presentation of graduates and other persons for award and for conferring of degrees, academic titles and distinctions in absentia, and other matters relating to convocation. I humbly invite the Vice-Chancellor to constitute this assembly as the convocation of the Olabisi Onabanjo University for the purpose of conferment of honorary degrees and award of higher degrees. Vice-Chancellor, sir.
Your Excellency, Deputy Governor of the State, and I constitute this assembly as the convocation of the Olabisi Onabanjo University for the purpose of awarding diplomas, higher degrees, and PhDs. The university today awards graduate diploma, higher degrees, and honorary degrees, as well as honorary degrees to students who are successful in the examination held in the 2023-2024 academic sessions. I hereby declare the convocation open. Thank you. Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor of the State and every representative and visitor to this university today, distinguished colleagues, it will be better for us to have the lecture first, and then we must continue with the other aspects of the convocation so I make it flow and not waste some time. Thank you very much. So I'm calling the registrar now to invite the Convocation Lecturer of today to give his convocation lecture.
Now the convocation lecture. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, to this Convocation Lecture titled Text Fund and Educational Development in Nigeria, the History, the Treasure, and the Future, will be delivered by the Executive Secretary, Tertiary Education Trust Fund, Architect Sunday Salako-Oyedele. I therefore have the honor to invite the public orator, Dr. Mrs. Olayinka, to present the Convocation Lecturer, Dr. Olayinka.
All protocols duly observed. As I read this citation in honor of architect Sunday S.T. Echolo, I humbly request that he rises. Thank you. It is with great honor that I read this citation, which is compiled in honor of architect Sunday S.T. Echolo. Architect Sunday S.T. Echolo was born at Otukpo on 16th December 1962. He had his early education at St. Mary's Primary School before proceeding to Jos, then the capital of Benin Plateau State, to complete his primary and secondary education at St. Teresa's and St. Mumba's College, respectively. At the latter, he led the debating society and quiz club and was the best graduating student in the class of 1973 to 1978 within a Division 1 in the West African School Certificate WASC examination. He also excelled in soccer, basketball, and volleyball. Architect Sunday later enrolled at the Mauritania College of Arts, Science and Technology, Makurdi, for his A-levels. He was admitted to Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria in 1980 to study architecture, and he graduated with a BSc second class honor in 1983 and an MSc in 1985. He was awarded the Best Life Project and followed this with the Best All-Round Performance in the Nigerian Institute of Architects Professional Practice Examination in 1989. National Youth Service Corps, NYSC, in 1986, Sunday Echolo had a brief stint with the Benin State Housing Agency before joining the Federal Civil Service in January 1987. He was inspired by his father's legacy of service and integrity as a quintessential civil servant between 1987 and 2005. Sunday Echolo served in various management capacities at the Federal Ministry of Works and Housing. He served as the Secretary, Implementation Committee on National Housing Policy, 1991 to 1995. Secretary, Special Projects Task Force, 1992 to 1995. Secretary, Committee on Lands and Housing, 1991, 1993 to 1995. Chief Executive Architect in charge of administration of the department, 1993 to 1994. Special Assistant to Permanent Secretary, 1999. Head, Council Affairs and Parastatus, 2003 to 2004. And Secretary, Ministerial Tenders Board, 2004 to 2005, to mention a few. With the advent of procurement reforms in Nigeria, Sunday Echolo was among the first set of civil servants deployed to the Budget Monitoring and Price Intelligence Unit, BMPIU, or Due Process Office in February 2005, and by 2006 he was appointed head of Team A with responsibility for procurement, review, and certification of projects for Ministries of Works and Housing, FST, FCT Administration, Transport, State, House, Defense, Police, and all the security agencies. His quest for personal development has seen him acquire the following additional qualification while in service: Postgraduate Diploma in Management, BGDM, University of Calabar, 2002, Master of Business Administration, MBA, Benue State University, 2004, MSc Procurement Management, University of Turin in Italy, 2011. In addition to these qualifications, Architect Sunday Ichono is currently running a PhD program in leadership and good governance at the University of Abuja and a PhD program in knowledge management at the International School for Social and Business Studies, ISSBC, in Slovenia. A thoroughbred civil servant with 35 years of exemplary service, Architect Ichono enjoys the admiration and respect of his peers and colleagues during the period he has been at the epicenter of policy formulation and reforms in the Nigerian civil service and its agencies. His service included review of administrative guidelines in the Nigerian civil service, harmonization of financial regulations with Public Procurement Act 2007, National Housing and Urban Development Policies, National Maintenance Policy, National Building Code and Fire Safety Code, procurement reforms and due process guidelines for Nigeria, modernization of the Nigerian Armed Forces, review of federal government projects implementation framework manual, agricultural transformation agenda, policy/implementation, national ICT sector roadmap and e-government master plan, education for change, a ministerial strategy plan, and then revitalization and repositioning of teaching profession in Nigeria, among others. Architect Sunday Ichono was appointed as a permanent secretary in the Federal Civil Service in October 2014. He served as permanent secretary, Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development between 2014 and 2015, Federal Ministry of Communications 2015 to 2017, and Federal Ministry of Education from 2017 to January 2022 when he retired. Prior to his appointment as Permanent Secretary in October 2014, Architect Sunday Ichono served as Director of Procurement in 5 key ministries, namely Defense, Water, Resources, Environmental, Agriculture, and Rural Development, as well as Power. He was appointed the Executive Secretary, Tertiary Education Trust Fund, in March 2022, where he continues to serve the Nigerian government. Architect Sunday Ichono's service to the profession of architecture in Nigeria is equally impressive. From being Secretary of the Admissions Committee in 1991, he rose to the position of Honorary General Secretary HGS in November 2001. He chaired the Disciplinary Committee of the Institute for 2 successive terms from 2009 to 2013, when he was elected to the position of the 3rd Vice President. He attained the pinnacle of the profession when he was elected and held the position of the 28th President of the Nigeria Institute of Architects from 2019 to 2021. Architect Sunday Ichono also served on several boards and councils, including Board of Architectural Education in Nigeria, BAB, Architects Registration Council of Nigeria, National Environment Standards, Regulations Enforcement and Administration, International Institute for Tropical Agriculture, RITA, Nigerian Postal Services, NIPOST, Universal Basic Education Commission, UBEC, Tertiary Education Trust Fund, Global Partnership for Education, etc. Architect Sunday Ichono attended several management courses and workshops at top institutions across the globe, including University of Bradford, UK, Oxford University, UK, University of Cambridge, UK, Japan International Cooperation Agency, Japan, Institute of Development Studies, Indonesia, among others. He is a fellow of the Nigerian Institute of Architects, founding member and trustee of the Procurement Professionals Association of Nigeria, fellow, Nigerian Institute of Building, and fellow and patron, Nigerian Library Association, among many other titles. Architect Sunday Ichono, as well, has been a professional and the management institutions. He's widely traveled and has presented over 40 papers at national and international fora. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Vice-Chancellor, sir, I present this day Architect Sunday Achoro.
His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Ogun State, ably represented by Her Excellency, the Deputy Governor.
Sorry, sir.
The Pro-Chancellor of the University, other Pro-Chancellors are present, the Vice-Chancellor, Principal Officers of the University, our Royal Fathers, permit me to rest on the well-established protocol for want of time. I consider it a very great pleasure to stand before you today to deliver a lecture on the role of third form in the educational development of our dear country, Nigeria. As many of you know, third form is an interventionist agency that was actually born in crisis. And I'll tell you a little bit about that history. It was established by the federal government by an act of parliament known as the Third Form Act 2011, being an amendment of the Education Tax Act by focusing its attention to the tertiary sector of our education. The agency is charged with the responsibility to deliver effective and transformative interventions to all public tertiary educational institutions defined in the Act as public universities, polytechnics, and colleges of education, those owned by the federal and state governments. The Fund CC's establishment has strategically positioned the nation's higher institutions by providing essential physical infrastructure and content-based programs for effective teaching, learning, research, and innovation for global competitiveness. Third Fund administers, manages, disburses, and monitors the judicious utilization of what used to be 2%, but currently 3% education tax, paid by all registered companies operating in Nigeria. This tax is allocated on an annual basis to our public universities, polytechnics, and colleges of education in what we famously refer to as the ratio of 2:1:1. Nigeria, like every other country, is concerned about its growth and development, which is unarguably a reflection of the level of its educational attainment. Many have attributed the growth and development of the Western world to education, and as a result, education has come to be considered as a bedrock of development in every society. It is on this premise that nations and societies give priority to education in development planning. The provision and funding of education has remained a Herculean task for many nations, as many countries are compelled to put in place strategic policies and structures that will ensure that education is not only made available to its citizens, but it meets the needs and goals of the country, which is aimed at developing all aspects of national life, as well as catering for the needs of all our citizens. There is absolutely no doubt that achieving national self-sufficiency and sustainable development will require that the citizens are prepared to play vital roles in such a process. It is at the tertiary level of our education that the individual goes through specialized training in a particular field that he or she is expected to contribute to the development process by impacting on the nation through the acquired skill and knowledge. It is also specifically for this reason that the Tertiary Education Trust Fund, as well as the sector itself, occupies an important place in our overall education process. Tertiary education creates a skilled workforce that can drive economic growth and innovation. It can lead to higher paying job opportunities, expand career options, and foster independence, self-confidence, and a sense of accomplishment by ensuring greater financial stability. It promotes social mobility, reduces unemployment, and improves both the health and well-being of people. Other benefits include personal development, civic education, environmental and health consciousness, poverty reduction, and shared prosperity. The tertiary level is relied upon by nations to provide a critical manpower required in all fields and areas of national life, which underpins their global competitive advantage and stimulates increased productivity, innovation, and entrepreneurship. It also earns higher income that translates to increased tax revenue and reduced dependencies on government for support. It is in recognition of the critical role that tertiary education plays in national life that huge investments are made by nations and societies for self-reliance and self-sufficiency economically, politically, and militarily. I will be abridging segments of this presentation to keep with the time frame that we have adopted. But basically, over the years, so many standards have been set in terms of what is the desirable level of funding for education by the country. So you hear about the UNESCO prescription of between 15 to 20%. You also hear about the African Union specification of 10 to 20%, and several other figures are banded. Unfortunately, Nigeria has fallen back in this regard because our currently hovers between 6 and 7% of our national budgets that is devoted to education. However, it must also be said that our budget is not the only source of funding for our education. We also have institutions like Tech Fund and other people play in the education space. So, the role of tertiary education in national development, I'm speaking to the converted, so I'll be skipping a great deal of this, but we all agree that if we get our tertiary education sector right, our developmental aspirations, and filling the gaps that are going to be created in the global workforce. We have a very youthful population of young people with a high population growth rate. Whereas in many advanced countries today, you have a situation where they are suffering from aging population and reduced birth rate. So the workforce of tomorrow will be created by countries like Nigeria. But for us to be able to do that, we need to prepare our people by giving them good quality education. So that even while they are staying in this country through our sourcing, they can actually provide labor for all the major concerns around the globe. Even when they reach Japan and they go, they will still repatriate their resources back home because of the very strong bond we have with our communities. And that is why it is important for Nigeria to invest in education, to invest in its use for global prosperity. Now let me talk to you a little bit about how TEDFund came about, and then what we have been able to accomplish in the last 12 years as it is. First, the background. Nigerian universities have had a very checkered history, and many of you have experienced. In the 1970s and even up to the early 80s, Nigerian universities were doing very well, and graduates from our universities received good education and training in various fields. The standard and quality of teaching and learning, as well as facilities in our ivory towers, were at the very least moderately adequate. However, from the mid-1980s, the situation began to change, and the standards of these institutions began to decline, thereby becoming shadows of their glorious past. I'm sure many will have heard the story of how Saudi princes would come all the way to UCH Ibadan to get medical attention. Whereas today, medical tourism is the other way around. We are going to India, to Egypt, to Dubai, and everywhere else to get medical attention. The decline in the economic growth of our country, coupled with political instability, grossly affected the sustainable funding of the universities. And what happened over time was that infrastructure, facilities, and even equipment began to collapse. Mr. President told me recently that he was told that there was a laboratory in one of our premier universities where they were using stove instead of Bunsen burner. And there is a picture going viral about another university where the student hostels can be better be described as a big shed. So this is the situation that we had. And despite the modest achievements of TED Fund in the last few years, the problem is still there. And we need to find a way to sustain funding to be able to accomplish our objectives for the sector. So the spiraling demand arising from our fast-growing population, overstretched available infrastructure and lecture halls and dormitories could no longer accommodate students across the universities in the country. Teaching and learning took place under very harsh and deplorable conditions. This was the period that saw the resurgence of incessant strikes by the academic staff union of universities. Those strikes further weakened the university education system and affected the academic calendar, inevitably the quality of the graduates. The strikes further created loss of confidence in the university system by citizens. The great author who commented about the system, Jacob Lauer, identified the challenges facing universities at the time, to include funding, inadequate lecturers, inadequate infrastructural facilities, unstable academic calendar, academic corruption, brain drain, weak leadership, poor research, and poor staff development. These challenges led to a long battle between the academic staff union of universities and the federal government. However, in a bid to overcome these challenges and to create a conducive academic environment in our higher educational system, a commission was set up by the then military government of General Abayomi in December 1980 to carry out a review of higher education in the country. It's popularly called the Grey Longer Commission, and I'm sure many of you are familiar with that. And its recommendation, the key recommendation was the establishment of TED Fund. That companies operating in Nigeria, part of their profit, 2% at the time, should be devoted as education tax and invested in improving these facilities as well as training of our academic staff. The Agboola committee was set up as an implementation organ of the Grey Longer Commission, and that led to the establishment of a first education tax in 1993. At that time, the education tax fund was administering to all the needs of the sector from basic to tertiary level. But in 2011, the law was amended and it was to focus to the tertiary sector of our education too. So what has TED Fund been able to do? There is absolutely no doubt that TED Fund has recorded laudable achievements under its various intervention lines. These include infrastructure projects across the 3 tiers of universities, polytechnics, and colleges of education that they range from Senate buildings, classrooms, lecture theaters, and auditoria, ICT centers, laboratories and laboratory research equipment, libraries, workshops, and hostels, among so many others. The fund has also provided scholarships to over 42,000 academic scholars across institutions, both locally and abroad, to study for their master's and PhD programs. Another 150,000 academic and non-academic staff have been sponsored for conferences, workshops, postdoc, bench work, or the majority of that also across our shop. It has further equipped and sponsored the publication of books and journals in various institutions. Last year alone, we launched more than 70 books, and this year, in the next couple of weeks, the Honorable Minister will be launching 45 new texts that have been developed for various courses in our education system. The second set to be done to commemorate the 2 years of this administration, another 50. So this year alone, we are looking at being able to publish at the very minimum 100 peer-reviewed international texts for various courses in our tertiary institutions. We provided grants and scholars through our National Research Fund, and then over the last 10 years, we started modestly by promoting institutional-based research. We now established a National Research Fund, and this National Research, every year we are spending between 7 to 8.5 billion, sponsoring various research in 14 different thematic areas. And that has been sustained into the bedrock. Last year we launched our flagship, the first ever TED Fair in Abuja, and we were able to display all the discoveries, the findings, and we are supporting the researchers now by getting them to patent their products, by helping them, by linking them with industry, so that they can get sponsorship and they can translate those research fundings from their showers, from the bookshelf, to industry and through industry to the market, so our people can get the benefits of those. So beyond our infrastructure upgrade and academic staff training and books, our research activities have also won us international acclaim, which is why countries like Ghana, Rwanda, and many other countries have come to copy the 34th model and are implementing them in their country. We also support things like sports development, and we encourage all-round development of our scholars. Let me talk a little bit about what we've been doing in the last 2 years and the future and the innovative activities we plan to implement. In recognition of the changing times and the general progress and transformation that learning, education, and technology are undergoing, the fund is consciously adapting to these changes in these programs and activities across institutions. So developing the critical sectors of the nation requires that we position our institutions and equip them with state-of-the-art technology and laboratory equipment needed for research activities and information technology. These innovative projects are intended to ensure the improvement of tertiary education and its standard in the country, and to stimulate research, foster innovation, and position beneficiaries to become hubs that will stimulate the industrialization of our country. A few summaries. In the area of physical infrastructure, we are in the process of establishing regional multipurpose laboratories. We plan 6 of them. 4 will start this year. The one for the Southwest will be in Lagos. We have for Port Harcourt for the South-South. Bayero University Kano will host the one for the North, and Abuja will host the one for North Central. The ones for Northeast and Southeast will commence next year. And these regional laboratories will ensure that we can carry out any level of research in this country. You don't have to send samples abroad or send people to go and finish their research just because facilities are lacking. We have also allocated resources to specialized universities of agriculture so that we can modernize the process of teaching and research in agriculture in this country. So we're having test laboratories and demonstration farms at University of Agriculture in Abiodun, JS University in Makodi, and Ogun, so that they can now have what we call modern agricultural programs. We are also extending to most of our institutions, starting from this year, that every university should have a large expanse of land, should have a university farm, and they can go do it on a commercial basis, not only meet the needs of their community, which is large enough, but also be able to promote linkage between industry with other sectors of the economy. We are establishing entrepreneurship and innovation hubs across all the various tiers. 24 in our universities, 36 in polytechnics and colleges of education, so that our children will now learn the modern way of not just collect certificates, but hands-on creative thinking, being able to be critical thinkers, problem solvers, manufacturers, makers of things. And this is going to go all the way around. This year alone, we are going to be building 72 hostels in 72 institutions. We started last year and we are operating them in 2 models. First, we want to encourage the private sector to participate. So we are doing the PPP model. We have the 1 billion as our counterpart fund to assist the schools to contribute, and the private sector player is going to bring 3 times that. We've launched recently I was in Abayomi State University to launch, and that's providing 1,600 bed hostels through that initiative. And we are doing that in 12 other universities and projecting them forward. So this year, Mr. President allows us to double that. So we shall be doing hostel programs in 72 countries in 2025. In addition to that, for those older universities where their facilities have decayed, he has also said we should concentrate our resources in revamping the existing facilities on campus so that we do not have very dilapidated structures, non-functioning laboratories and hostels in our country. There are so many of these things that we're trying to do. We are doing a diaspora research center in Ibadan, where we want to be able to tap the knowledge and skills and accomplishments of our academia abroad, so that they can also come home here, have conferences, and through the use of technology, we can disseminate some of those achievements that they've been able to do. So that is ongoing. we are, as I said, we are promoting. We realize that the health sciences is a major challenge for us in the country today. Most of our students apply to read adult medicine, pharmacy, nursing, dentistry, and so on, but they do not have spaces. And because the load of instruction too is also a cave, we are still talking about cadaver. How many people are agreeing to donate bodies of their loved ones? So we are now shifting to simulation technology, and we'll start that this year. We are also devoting most of our high impact intervention to upgrading facilities so that we can double the number of intakes for students in this specific area. In the area of research, we have sponsored 912 research projects in the various cycles of our National Research Fund grant with a total of 24 billion. We've established 27 centers of excellence across the 6 geopolitical zones in Nigeria. And in 2024, the fund upgraded 7 of the best performing centers of excellence to enhance the operations and achieve the overall mandate of the centers. We have facilitated, I mentioned the issue of research labs and demonstration farms. We supported 44 teams of 176 researchers through the 34th Alliance for Innovative Research Program, which is a year-long program aimed at taking researchers from the ideation stage to the prototyping and the commercialization stage, thereby fostering innovation across sectors. We want to also make our researchers rich, and we are not ashamed of saying that. Under our various partnerships with the EU, with Brazil, with the United States, with the UK, where we are trying to expose our researchers and scholars to modern techniques and advances in science, we are sponsoring our members, our scholars, to be able to gain these insights and knowledge. And we are also promoting now what we call borderless education, trans-border education. And only yesterday I had a meeting with the British Council. We are trying to work out a framework where even those institutions can come and establish programs in partnership with our institutions here in the country. In terms of education support services, we are promoting the conversion of academic transcripts into books. We are supporting all your journals that you are producing your various schools by giving them an input. Just by next week, we are going to have the advert out calling for entries for this support. We have approved a total of 868 academic research journal projects, thereby contributing to the scholarly discourse. Again, I've said a lot about training. ICT is a new frontier because we realize that we're never going to be able to produce enough classrooms for everybody. So we are trying to promote hybrid mode, and people can do online courses. And we are updating, so we've created terrace, and we are also onboarding so many things on that terrace so that our students will have the same quality of education, the same access to resources that you can have in Harvard, in Oxford, and all the other countries that I told you I have visited in the course of my career. So I will conclude by saying that the increased demand for funding from various sectors of the economy, competing for limited resources, and the desire to achieve the nation's developmental aspirations have compelled the government to devise means of freeing resources to channel towards realizing the government's priority agenda, which is targeted at addressing the nation's socio-economic challenges. The education sector is expected to play a crucial role in realizing the developmental agenda. Accordingly, the future of Nigeria's education development should be anchored on strengthening the tertiary education institutions for sustainable national development in a post-subsidy era in Nigeria. For our educational institutions to be competitive, considering the current state of institutions and the challenges confronting the Nigerian economy, the tertiary education system should derive its focus from the overarching philosophy of Nigeria, which centers on fostering unity and harmony, grounded in the principles of freedom, equality, and justice in the face of the country's diversity, to build a dynamic economy in a strong and self-reliant nation. First, the mechanisms for strengthening our tertiary education system to achieve these laudable goals includes, and I must emphasize, a very sustainable funding model, strengthening our research capacity, granting greater autonomy to our tertiary institutions to be able to plan and achieve their own goals and objectives, encouraging them to be able to create partnership linkages and get attract grants, attract endowments from the private sector, and then to also foster collaboration, peer learning, and increase dedication to academic excellence and also peace on our campuses. In the words of the Honorable Minister of Education, Dr. Rauf Alausa, the administration of His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is committed to building a Nigeria of renewed hope. And in line with this agenda, our priority areas include fostering innovation, strengthening institutions, and driving economic growth. Our federal universities going forward, that I'm putting in now, must now align their teaching and curriculum with our national strategic goals and imperatives. And this applies not only to federal, but state, private, and even the other tiers of our education tree. Quoting him further, he said the administration's focus on addressing education and food security in the country, energy sufficiency in our tertiary institutions, manpower capacity building, and the commercialization of research products and public-private partnerships. I want to tell you that in the area of power, help is on the way. We are now working assiduously to ensure that all our campuses have steady power, and TEDFund is devoting considerable amounts of resources to this endeavor. With sustained education tax collection, diligent appropriation and prudent management by the fund and its beneficiaries, and with the support of the federal government, TEDFund will continuously strive to attain the status of a world-class education interventionist agency and become a financial backbone for educational research efforts in Nigeria. It will endeavor to make educational content development a strong complement to the infrastructural development that has been witnessed in the past decade. Its commitment to research and development, innovation and commercialization of research products will remain unwavering. It is the intention of the fund to sustain and expand the national research fair, which was first held in 2024. It is the expectation of the fund that the research fair will ultimately develop into a major national event that will significantly impact on our research activity and output as a nation, that will propel and catalyze our emergence and competitiveness among the developed nations of the world. The fund will enhance the administrative efficiency and effectiveness of its activities by ensuring prudent, judicious, and prompt disbursement of approved funds. It is also determined to intensify digital transition in our schools by providing additional information and communication technology facilities to further improve teaching and learning. Let me say that it is the consensus of stakeholders that TEDFund is making veritable impact in our tertiary education landscape. And we also add that some, as I said earlier, some other African countries have borrowed that concept and have successfully used the model in their countries. These achievements have endeared TEDFund with stakeholders and created the required impetus for their continuous support. The board, management, and staff of the fund are grateful to Mr. President, who has been very supportive of the fund in all these activities. The fund continues to enjoy the support of the Federal Inland Revenue Service, and by extension the taxpayers in our efforts to achieve the sustained improvements in public tertiary education. The fund seizes this opportunity to renew its commitment to improving the quality of tertiary education in Nigeria and the global competitiveness and ranking of our beneficial institutions. And finally, as we celebrate the achievements of our graduating students today, we must remember the strategic imperative of sustaining funding for the sector. Given the critical role that TEDFund has played in promoting the development of tertiary education in our country, we must commit to the sustenance of the ongoing reforms aimed at improving the effectiveness of the fund to continue to improve the quality of tertiary education in our dear country. So I thank you very much for your time. And I thank you for inviting me for this program.
Thank you. civil services. That indeed is the third Convocation Lecture. Our universities in Nigeria will get there. I now have the honor and privilege to invite the Post-Chancellor, Professor Toyin Ashiru, to deliver his welcome address. Post-Chancellor, sir.
Immense honor and privilege, I, on behalf of the Governing Council, management, staff, and students of Abayomi University, warmly welcome you all to the 34th Convocation Ceremony of our esteemed institution taking place today, 31st of January 2025. I extend a special welcome to the visitor to the university and Governor of the State, His Excellency Mr. Abiodun, CON, who is extended here today for unavoidable reason by the Deputy Governor and Excellency Engr Noimot Salako-Oyedele, FNSC. So welcome. I also would like to recognize Chief of Staff, Dr. Toyin. As point of contact to all commissioners and exco members of Ogun State present here today, I acknowledge and recognize and greet our Commissioner of Education, Science and Technology, Professor Abayomi, Arigbabu. Welcome, sir. I recognize the Ogun majesties and highnesses that are here today, and as part of contact to all of you, I must recognize our landlord, who, if I do not, we may be kicked out of these premises today. So I recognize His Royal Highness Oba Agboola Adinuga, the model of Adobe. Welcome, Kabisi. I particularly recognize and acknowledge the Vice-Chancellor, Professor Ayodeji Agboola, and his management team, along with members of the Senate staff of this great university, for your steadfast commitment to the growth and development of the university, which is truly commendable. I recognize our past Pro-Chancellor at Ogun and who is present today, Ogun who is the Pro-Chancellor that actually moved up to this site today. You're welcome, sir. I also recognize our esteemed members of the Governing Council who are here today, and representatives of our sister universities and institutions, our spiritual leaders and the temporal leaders, and great faculty staff and the great students of our great students, great students, and our great university, and all our esteemed guests, parents, guardians, gentlemen of the press, and all the dignitaries and gentlemen gathered here today. At this point, I would like to lean on the well-established protocol because I was given only 3 minutes to deliver this speech. I had a long protocol this year, it would have taken me not less than 15 to 20 minutes to deliver it, and I have only 3 minutes, so please pardon me, please. The Vice Chancellor didn't force me to finish. It's my pleasure to welcome here today our esteemed guest lecturer, the Executive Secretary of the Tertiary Education Trust Fund, Architect Sunday Silva Tobu Ekono Owen. We are profoundly grateful to you for the well-delivered lecture today, which is on the third fund and educational development in Nigeria, the history, treasure, and future. We've all learned from this, and I'm particularly blessed and quite knowledgeable now about what third fund does. It's quite a great knowledge of today. Thank you very much. Your Excellency, the civil justice and the past year has been marked by signal milestones, which include transformative achievements in the academic and infrastructural development of this great university. We have expanded our academic programs. The university introduced 18 undergraduate and postgraduate programs, reflecting our commitment to providing diverse and cutting-edge education for our students, which is served to be commended in to commended for this place. We have also done very well in the area of infrastructure development. Our alumni network is one of the strongest pillars of our institution. During the last year, different chapters and individuals, members of the alumni, supported the university in its repositioning efforts, including handing over of Alhaji Lawal Fagbos site 750-seater auditorium at the Faculty of Administration and Management Science. The renovation of the glass house at the Obafemi Awolowo College of Health Sciences in Shagamu campus by the 1999 set of the graduating doctors. Remodeling of the university main gate at Ogun by the UK chapter of alumni. Donation of postgraduate system by the Abiodun chapter, to mention but a few. In a couple of months from now, a state-of-the-art entrepreneurship center donated by Otumba Prof will also be commissioned. National recognition in technology is one of the areas that we are very proud of. Our institution was honored as the Artificial Intelligence School of the Year at the 2024 Data Science Nigeria Alumni Conference. This affirms our leadership in innovation and technology. We also made key appointments within the past 1 year. The government has successfully appointed 3 principal officers. The new university registrar that has been in office on the 1st of August 2024, while the Deputy Chancellor, Academic, and Deputy Vice-Chancellor Admission were appointed on the 18th of November 2024. We hold deepest to His Excellency, our visitor, for his invaluable support, which has been instrumental in these accomplishments. His continued assistance will be vital as we strive to elevate the university to new heights. We also extend our heartfelt appreciation to our alumni, corporate partners, and philanthropists, individuals for their generous contribution to the university growth through donations and corporate social responsibility initiatives. We extend our deepest gratitude to His Royal Majesty, Oba Dr. Sikiru Abiodun, GCON of Oba II, Ayodeji of Yebuland, for his unparalleled generosity to as the university's most outstanding individual benefactor. KPC monumental contributions among many include the donation of a state-of-the-art building complex for the provisional chair in governance at the Department of Political Science, as well as the construction of 3 iconic buildings for the School of Governance Studies. These remarkable projects, commissioned on 30th of May 2024 during his 90th birthday celebration, stands as an enduring legacy of his unwavering commitment to education, good governance, and the building of future leaders. We thank Abiodun for this great contribution to our university. Message to our graduates. To our graduate students, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to you today. It's a testament to your resilience, dedication, and hard work. As you step to the world, you carry the torch of Olabisi as ambassadors and child makers. I always tell graduate students, one thing you must remember is that please do not engage in anything in life that makes you to avoid any people that you see here today at any time in your life. Do things that will always make you to come forward and be recognized and identified. Be fearless in the pursuit of your dreams and unwavering in your commitment to making a difference. Use the knowledge and skills you have gained here to contribute meaningfully to society and uplift humanity. To the parents and guardians of our graduates, your sacrifices and support have been vital to this success. Congratulations on this shared accomplishment. I congratulate you again on this shared accomplishment. Today, we are awarding Honorary Doctorate Award on a well-deserved honorary doctorate degree on a distinguished son of the state, Otumba Dr. Adigule Olubola Bazan, a renowned ophthalmologist, and philanthropies. October 2009, your exceptional contribution to medicine and community development inspire us all. Congratulations on this well-deserved recognition. It will be incomplete if I do not recognize and also congratulate the pillar beside this successful man who has been pillar support for decades. Without her, maybe we will not be sitting there today to accomplish, to celebrate this well, this great Nigerian. I congratulate you, October, Adesola Azan, on this successful day. And I wish you, both of you, to live much longer for decades and decades to come with greater honors and recognitions. Your Excellency, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I express my full gratitude for your presence at this historic occasion. May the grace of God be with you as we celebrate the milestone together. We wish you safe travels and journeys blessings as you return to your destination. Thank you and God bless.
Let's put our hand together for the Pro-Chancellor. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I have the honor and privilege to invite the Vice-Chancellor, Professor Ayodeji, Olayinka Johnson Agboola, to deliver his Convocation Lecture. Vice-Chancellor, sir.
Our amiable governor of the state and the visitor to the university, His Excellency Prince Abiodun, MFR COA, ably represented by Our Excellency, the Deputy Governor of our dear state, Engineer Mrs. Noimot, Salako-Oyedele. Permit me to adopt the protocol already established by the registrar. However, I need to just recognize some of our fellow guests on the stage, the members of the Executive Council here present, the Secretary to the State Government is actually seated. So welcome, sir. I also recognize the Chief of Staff to the Governor. Last year when we were having this, it was Deputy Chief of Staff that was there. But today, we are having the Chief of Staff here present with us. The Royal Majesties of our Dr. Suluka, the Adetona, of Agboola, the Ayodeji of Agboola, ably represented by the councils of the royal fathers from the Agboola, our host, the Ebumawe of Agowe, and other royal fathers are present, the Pro-Chancellor of our dear university, and the chairman of the governing council, Prof. Toyin, Ashiru, and other distinguished members of the council of the university, Vice-Chancellors of our sister university here present, the principal officer of our university, the Convocation Lecturer, Architect Sonny Egono, Executive Secretary of TechFund, other visiting provosts, rectors of other institutions here present, their professors and members of Senate of this great university, other esteemed members of the university community, respected parents and guardians, our honorary awardees of today, and our amiable wife, and distinguished guardian, my Lord spiritual and temporal, the President
OOU Student Union and other executive members. That's another government on their own. Gentlemen of the press, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is with great joy that I, on behalf of Senate of this great university, management and students, welcome you all to this important convocation ceremony. Specifically, I welcome the governor of Ogun State, ably represented by Her Excellency. Today, we come together to celebrate the achievement of our dear students, faculty, staff, and entire university community. It is indeed a great privilege to address you at this occasion and extend my heartfelt congratulations to all our graduates who stand on the threshold of a new chapter in your life, and as you stand into the world, to take pride in knowing that you are equipped with the knowledge, skills, and values to make meaningful contribution to the society. Your Excellency and other distinguished others is a distinguished personality who has imparted greatly on this university and the society at large, in person of Dr. Dapo Azam, a globally acclaimed ophthalmologist who will be honored with a degree, an honorary doctoral degree, and I congratulate you all for this deserving honor. No doubt, the sacrifices of both the students and staff of this university has led to the possibility of having the graduation ceremony of today amidst social and economic challenges that plague our society. Please accept my deepest gratitude. Today, a total of 6,209 undergraduates, and out of these 5,793 regular, 416 part-time we convoke. For the postgraduates, which we are actually doing right now, we are having a total of 741 of them graduating with postgraduate degrees, diplomas, and 571 who graduate with the award of diplomas and master's degree. With this, we are having 170 of them having the highest degree of this university, the PhD degree, 170 of them. Your Excellency, among the PhD awardees is one of the septuagenarian, the person of Dr. Anipowoshe Senior Olawale in the Faculty of Medical Science. He was born on the 20th January 1950. That to tell you, age is not a limit for your achievements. Ladies and gentlemen, we are also having 115, earning our first class for this year. The university has always been a center of excellence, and today I'm delighted to report to you that we continue to achieve greater milestones, and I'm just highlighting a few of them. In terms of academic excellence, this university is enjoying 100% accreditation for all our programs. Our students are also increasing their academic knowledge. As at the last count, 11 graduates from this faculty of law back first class at the last Nigerian Law School back final examination. Likewise, the first and second set of our nursing program, numbering 42 and 51 respectively, recorded 100% pass in the 3 conventional exams. And they are now registered nurses, registered midwifery, registered public health, in addition to the BSc nursing that they are holding. For the staff, 2 of them also did very well. Dr. Tolulope Chubowale won the Lagos Studies Association Doctoral Thesis Award. Again, Dr. Odusi also won postdoctoral award at Royal University of Ogun in Germany. In terms of our academic program and access to education, the NUC has approved another 18 programs for us, and these programs are those ones that will serve the purpose of this nation. And these are BSc Food Science and Technology, BSc Cyber Security, BSc Software Engineering, BSc Data Science, BSc Information and Computer Technology, and BSc Science Laboratory and Technology. In fact, we are starting one of the postgraduate programs that is not in existence in Nigerian University here at Olabisi University, and that is MSc PhD in Cancer Science. Our open and digital learning is also enjoying full support. We are now going to improve on that and increase it to 4. Apart from the accounting that is going to graduate this section, we are having BSc in Nursing Science, BSc Business Administration, Computer Science, and Mass Comm going to be added to ODL. In terms of polytechnic research, I'm glad to report to you that 2 of them, 2 distinguished lecturers of the university, won Ghana 2024 research grant, which is known as Google Academic Research Award for 2024 for their research project, and worth $60,000. Another researcher from the engineering also won 15 million grant under a project funded by the National Agency for Science and Engineering Infrastructure to develop solar power snail shelling machine. Again, our university is in the forefront of artificial intelligence. You will recall that during the COVID-19, we are the first to use artificial intelligence to organize our post-lecture. This year, our students won Artificial Intelligence School of the Year award at the 2024 Data Science Nigeria Annual Bootcamp with a star prize of $1,000 worth of AI books to set up AI library of the university. We want to continue to thank TechFund. Early this year, TechFund approved the establishment of computer-based test center at the Olabisi Awolowo College of Health Sciences using our 2024 intervention in ICT support. In terms of improvement of staff welfare, I'm glad to report to you that on the 25th of every month, we pay the salary of our staff here. And we are one of the highest paid institutions in this country. And the last just concluded 2023 exercise, a total of 90 academic staff were voted. 26 of them moved to the professorial career, and likewise in non-teaching categories. A total of 183 senior staff were promoted and 90 in the junior staff categories. Linkages and partnership. We are enjoying a lot of partnership with Cody's Farm, and I can see the CEO here. Please, let's appreciate him. We introduced the Vice-Chancellor courses together with Cody's Farm, and the farm actually took the bid of 2 expatriates, one from UK and the other one from South Africa, to teach our students and they are successfully feeding their education. Early this morning, Your Excellency, ma'am, the company has also requested that 3 of those students will be employed immediately after the NYSC by that company. We now have students doing an industrial attachment with Nestle Nigeria through the MOU that we just signed. We also have a partnership with Swansea University UK, where a joint international symposium on innovation and entrepreneurship research in the Global South was held on July 1st, 2024. UNICEF has also partnered with Abayomi University in ensuring that our students are able to fulfill their skills after leaving this university. Other societies are also partnering with us. We are the first to sign an MOU with the Institute of Chartered Secretaries and Administrators of Nigeria. And again, the CIBN has requested that we review and renew their MOU with the university. Distinguished colleagues, in order to reduce the dropout from our students, we have also started the work study scheme. With this, the number of attrition has reduced drastically. At this junction, I also want to thank His Excellency, who has given the scholarship for all EDEs of Ogun State in better institutions across the country. Apart from this, 37 students of the university were awarded scholarship on Monday, 7th October 2024 under the Abiodun Education Support Program. This scheme was established in memory of Abiodun, the late son of Ogun State Governor, Dr. Dapo Abiodun, MFR, COA. In the last 1 year, our connection with the alumni has been very great. Without repeating the one that the Pro-Chancellor has mentioned, starting with Alhaji Lawal Fago Sahi 750-seater auditorium, the 1999 set of medical school also innovated the oldest glass house that we have in Shagamu. The university fence and the gate, the modeling was done by the UK Charter. Another set, 14 graduate sets of the medical graduates, is also donating 50 units of 2,000 watts of solar street to power the environment at Shagamu. One of our alumni, in person of Olayinka, also donated 15 kVA hybrid solar inverter and 15 kVA lithium battery that we are using for Faculty of Science now. 1998% of our alumni of banking and finance also donated the solar power system for the department. Recently, our alumni at the Faculty of Science launched a bill for 250 million endowment fund for purchasing of equipment towards the next accreditation. And finally, Otuba Olufemi is also donating 150 state-of-the-art electric center, which we are seeing as we are coming in, is going to be commissioned in April this year. For the philanthropy support, I'm personally indebted and grateful to our Baba Ayodeji of the Jabuland, Parawoluna of the Jabuland, for what they have been doing for this university. I also want to thank Dr. Sulaiman Adebola for the habilitating the 300-seater lecture hall and also donating multi-billion naira accident and emergency for OUTH. Without this, we won't be able to get accreditation for our medical program. Ashiru is also donating a physiotherapy center to OUTH, and with this, we'll be able to start PSC physiotherapy in our College of Medicine. In addition, Dr. Ayola Obafoluke Otudeko is about to complete the second phase of our Senate building. A round of applause for them. Your Excellency, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I profoundly appreciate you all for being here today to celebrate this year's Convocation Ceremony with us. Without your support and attendance, this ceremony may not have been successful. On behalf of the entire university community, I wish to express our deep gratitude to Your Excellency for being here. I would also like to use this opportunity to appreciate our university Governing Council, ably led by President Toyin Ashiru, for constituting a reliable pillar of support in our quest for excellence, culminating in the steady achievement of the overall objectives and goals of the university. We are grateful to His Royal Majesty of our Dr. Sikiru Kayode of Agboola for the invaluable support to the development of this university. To our Royal Majesty and Highness and the entourage that created this great event, we say a big thank you especially our chief host, the Ekumawe of Agowe, Oba Abdrazak Adenuga, who have constituted a peace committee to ensure a peaceful coexistence of the town and town. That means we are very grateful. I also recognize the presence and support of sister Vice-Chancellors who are here, and thank the principal officers, provosts, the deans, directors, heads of department, and other staff of the university for their resolve to back this administration in its pursuit of this initiative that has strategy of developing and taking this university to the greater height. My Lord, spiritual and temporal, members of the university committee, all our distinguished guests, gentlemen of the press, thank you so much for being part of this. In conclusion, as we celebrate the achievement of the graduate before us, we are reminded that this success is the product of hard work, dedication and commitment to excellence that runs throughout this institution. The progress we have made is a reflection of the vision we share for this university in terms of knowledge, skills and value to be a place of academic brilliancy, continent research and global influence. To our graduates, I offer my warmest congratulations to them mark the culmination of your hard work, and it is my hope that you leave this university with not only the knowledge you have gained, but also the value that we have also inculcated in you. Ladies and gentlemen, let me seize this opportunity to once again commiserate with the parents, families, and friends of 3 of our students who lost their lives on their way home for the Christmas holiday in December last year. It was indeed a big and regrettable loss to all of us. We pray that God will stem the tide of such occurrence among us and give the bereaved the fortitude to bear the irreparable loss. Your Excellency, distinguished audience, you agree with me that modern achievement so far has contributed significantly to realizing our popular mantras in this university. That if you are knowledgeable, you'll be able to further your education. With the skill given to you, you'll be employable, and for you to add value to the society, must be an entrepreneur. And this will continue to vigorously pursue to the end of this administration and beyond. Thank you all for continued support of this great institution. Together we continue to rise, achieve, and innovate. Congratulations.
distinguished ladies and gentlemen, just like the Vice-Chancellor was delivering his convocation address, two very important personalities entered the hall. The Speaker of the State House of Assembly, Right Honorable Oludaisi Elebede, you are welcome, sir. And a former Vice-Chancellor of this university, Professor Sabori Adeji, and his spouse, thank you, you are welcome. Now, conferment of honorary degrees. Vice-Chancellor, sir, by unanimous decision of both Senate and Council of the Olayinka Abayomi University, it has been resolved that Dr. Adekunle Olubola Azan, who has contributed immensely to the growth and development of this university and the nation in general, be awarded the honorary degree of Olayinka Abayomi University at Ogun. I now have the honor to invite Professor Oladipo Olupomeni to present the honorary award. Dr. Adekunle. I'm also told that in the course of the Vice-Chancellor's address, the SSG also came in, Mr. Tokumbo Talabi. You are welcome, sir. Professor Olupomeni.
Citation of Dr. Adekunle Olubola Azan. Your Excellency, what will the information I'd like to humbly invite, thank you, sir. This citation, Dr. Adekunle Olubola Azan is a distinguished consultant of ophthalmic surgery and visionary healthcare leader with over 45 years of exceptional experience in the field of ophthalmology. He's well known for his pioneering contributions to eye healthcare in Nigeria and beyond the shores of this country. Dr. Azan is the founder and chief medical director of the Eye Foundation Hospital Group, Nigeria's first multi-specialist private eye care hospital and training center. His professional journey has been marked by a deep commitment to advancing eye care, eliminating avoidable blindness, and fostering medical education and training. Born on January 26, 1951, Dr. Azan completed his primary and secondary education in flying colors in the early 1970s. His quest for higher education began with the completion of a Bachelor of Medicine, Bachelor of Surgery degree at the University of Lagos in 1976. He further specialized in ophthalmology, earning a diploma in ophthalmology from the Royal College of Surgeons in Dublin, 1982. This accomplished consultant ophthalmic surgeon then honed his skills at the Tinet Institute of Ophthalmology in Glasgow, Scotland. Dr. Azan's academic credentials include multiple prestigious fellowships. Fellow of the Royal College of Surgeons, Glasgow, 1985. Fellow of the Royal College of Ophthalmology, United Kingdom, 1992. Fellow of the West African College of Surgeons, among others. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, as the founder of the Eye Foundation Hospital Group, Dr. Azan has led the institution in its mission to provide high-quality ophthalmic care and education to a wide population. Under his leadership, the Eye Foundation has performed over 400,000 surgeries and reached more than 3 million patients. The foundation has carried out many impactful community outreach programs, and these programs have facilitated over 200,000 free cataract surgeries
and the distribution of over 250 eyeglasses. In addition, Dr. Hassan established the Kunle Hassan Eye Foundation Academy, which has trained over 60 local and international ophthalmologists and more than 400 middle-level ophthalmic professionals. Apart from carving a niche for himself in his career, spanning several decades, the awardee of today has worked in various capacities, including as consultant ophthalmologist, surgeon, lecturer, and researcher. Your Excellency, it may interest you to know that Dr. Hassan has also demonstrated an exceptional ability and enviable capacity for philanthropy, humanitarian service, and management acumen. This is eloquently testified to by the following achievements. Founder and Chief Medical Director, Eye Foundation Hospital Group since 1993. Chairman, Summit Healthcare Hospital Limited, Nigeria since 1993. Chief Executive Officer, Summit Vision Management Company, Nigeria and Kenya since 2017. Chairman, Olabisi Onobanjo University Teaching Hospital Management Board since 2019. Chairman, the Ceremonies International Hospital Limited, Nigeria since 1997. He's also Chairman, Health Partners HMO Limited, Nigeria since 1997. Executive Chairman, the Home Economic Development Foundation of Nigeria since 1997. And also a board member, Diamond Bank PLC, now Access Bank, Nigeria, between 2006 and 2016, to mention just a few. Dr. Hassan's leadership extends beyond Nigeria. He served as the President of African Ophthalmic Logical Council, AOC, from 2008 to 2017. He was a board member of the International Council of Ophthalmology, IOC. His global advocacy efforts are focused on enhancing eye care access and promoting sustainable health practices. And he has also been an active member of the International Agency for the Prevention of Blindness, IAPB, helping to raise awareness and drive international policy on eye health. Apart from being a consultant ophthalmologist for his physician and an advocate for improving access to healthcare and education with several awards within and outside Nigeria, Dr. Hassan has contributed to knowledge in many capacities. He has authored and co-authored over 120 scientific articles in reputable academic and professional journals with Oxford spread, further establishing his reputation as a global top leader in ophthalmology. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Hassan's contribution ran in numerous accolades and awards, including the prestigious IOC MAC-TSO Golden Apple Award, making him the first Nigerian and African recipient of that honor. He has also been recognized with the Rotary Paul Harris Award for his contribution to eye care projects in Nigeria, despite the fact that he is not a member of that organization. Similarly, in recognition of Dr. Hassan's dedication to healthcare, excellence and community service, the elderly and paramount ruler of Agboola, His Royal Majesty Oba Dr. Sikiru Kayode Adetono, GCON, conferred on him a chieftaincy title of Otoba Obaruwa Bamole of Agboola in 2009. In addition to his professional achievements, Dr. Hassan is a family man. He is married to Yeye Otumba Adetola Oyedele Hassan, and together they are blessed with 3 children and several grandchildren. Your Excellency, ma'am, distinguished audience, I present to you for the award of Honorary Doctor of Science an acclaimed leader in the IKEA world, a man of substance, an intellectual entrepreneur, a world-acclaimed scholar, a selfless person, an integrity personified individual, and in every sense, an accomplished person. I present Dr. Adekunle Olubola Azan for the award of Honorary Doctor of Science, DSc. I invite the Vice-Chancellor.
Your Excellency, distinguished audience, before the award, let me say that as of today, all the certificates and the transcript of the 6,209 graduates of this university have been signed and given to them. So this ends the problem of transcript in this university. Today, after confirming the certificate of Dr. Azan has also been signed and has also been given to him today. By the power vested on me as the Vice-Chancellor and on the authority of Senate of this great university and Council, I confer to you Dr. Adekunle Azan the degree of Doctor of Science of the Olayinka Honorary University, Honorary Doctor. Congratulations, sir.
call on Dr. Adekunle to deliver his acceptance speech. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you very much. Somebody took my small cheap where I put the protocol. So, Your Excellency, His Excellency, the Executive Governor of the State, Prince Abiodun, ably represented by Excellency the Deputy Governor. Thank you, ma'am, for being here. The SSG, the Chief of Staff, the Honorable Speaker of the House, and the National for Education Arigbabu, the former Deputy Governor, Mr. Kaka, and also I'd like to recognize all the real fathers here present, representing Royal Majesty Ayodeji. Allow me to stand on the existing protocol. With a heart full of gratitude, I accept this honorary degree, which actually in my wildest dream was not part of my agenda. I just think I passed through life quietly, do my best, but I'm grateful to be honored that this academic society, which I've always cherished to be part of for years. I would like to address the mindset of the graduates from my own experience in life. You know, academic excellence is sometimes overrated. Being top of your class does not necessarily guarantee you that you will be at the top of life. You could graduate as the best student in finance, but that doesn't mean you're going to be rich. You can be the best student in law. That does not necessarily become that you become the best lawyer. The fact is, life requires more than the ability to understand a concept, memorize it, and reproduce it in an exam. School rewards people for their memory, life rewards people for their imagination. School rewards caution, life rewards daring. School hates those who live by the rules, but life exalt those who break the rules and set new ones. So, do I mean people should study hard in school? Oh no, you should. But don't sacrifice every other things on the altar of first class. Don't limit yourself to the classroom. Do sometimes practical and take a leadership position. Start a business and fail. That's the Better Entrepreneurship 101 course. Join or start a good club. Contest an election and lose. It will teach you some political science 101. It will not teach you. Attend seminars. Read books outside the scope of your course. Go on missions and win a soul for eternal reward. Do something you believe in. Think less of becoming an excellent student, but think more of becoming an excellent person. Don't take the classroom to be your world, but make the world your classroom. Step forward. Try politics. Try farming. Try business. Try on extra things. Entrepreneurship is the salt of life and diversity of income. This is the very true picture of life, and you should hold it. And the key to success is for you to be a team player, to do your best without thinking of who gets the glory. Give the best person. Be the type of people that puts a round peg in a round hole. The future will be bright for your team, and you'll be proud of it. That is my own philosophy about life. My joy is that I've cloned more than 60 colleagues of mine, and therefore I can release myself for higher callings. So wherever you go in the world, don't think of just making money. Make the name first, and the money will follow you. I always respect what Ashiru said. A man who calls his kinsmen to a feast, do not do so to redeem them from starving. They all have food in their houses. When we gather in the moonlight at the village ground, it is not because of the moon. Every man can see it in his own compound. We come together because it's good for kinsmen to do so. Therefore, let us continue with the team spirit and enjoy the power of togetherness. Let's smile, not because we don't have problems, but because we are stronger than the problems. Alone I can smile, but together we can laugh. Alone I can enjoy, but together we can celebrate. Alone I can talk, but together we can speak. Alone is a voice, which together is a force. Let's promise things that unite us. Let's promote things that unite us, that the one that causes unity. Let's meet ourselves as friends and brothers, because the tree cannot make it for us. God bless you as you help a friend at the point of need. Unity is great strength. Everyone is important according to their own unique purpose, and never look down on anybody unless you are admiring their shoes. In summary, what I'm trying to say is, you are the best when you can get the best out of people. You are the best when you can stretch the hand to somebody down and pull that up. Where you're weak, others have strengthened you in the past. So when others are weak, try to strengthen them. This institution will grow. What are you as students of the institution, going out as ambassador of this institution, do to raise the name of the institution so that other people would like to come here and commend and appreciate their long life? You see the Vice-Chancellor and the Pro-Chancellor thanking their long life for what they've done to turn this place around. Put that as your first goal, that one day there's a payback time. I'd like to thank this academic society for thinking of me as being worthy to have a DSC of the institution. And it's been in the pipeline that we will create a professorial chair in ophthalmology at this institution. And on Monday, we did that. We give a 500 million professorial chair for this institution. Also, in order to prevent healthcare, we're building a school, an institute of eye care in the College of Medicine of Latas, another 500 million. We hope this will touch lives. And I do not want the accolade, but the accolade goes to those who made my teachers, my wife, and who is my caregiver, and also my children, for believing in me, for tolerating my idiosyncrasies, for supporting me to get today to be honored by people. And God will honor you. Thank you.
It's a day of joy. the man in question, he has done the 3E we are talking about, published nothing less than 250 journal articles, so he's worthy of being a professor as well. Again, he's not telling us, he's committing 1 billion naira to this university. 1 billion naira. 500 million endowment for professional share in anthropology, another 500 million to start the school of high health in order to build the middle class in the medical profession. Thank you very much, sir. You are indeed a leader.
Now, business of the day. Admission to postgraduate diploma, higher degrees, and PhD postgraduate school. Vice-Chancellor, sir. The persons who will be presented having fulfilled the requirements of the statutes and regulations of the Olabisi Onabanjo University, Abayomi, and having performed all the both in character and learning, which will receive as graduate of this university, holding the degree of postgraduate diploma, higher degrees, and PhD of the university, and they have called on the provost, School of Worldly Studies, Professor Olusegun A. Lawal, to present the graduate, Prof.
Will all the graduates in the School of Postgraduate Studies please stand and remain standing? Vice-Chancellor, sir, in the name and by the authority of Senate, I have the honor to present to you the following members of the School of Postgraduate Studies who are here present and those who are unavoidably absent, whose name appear on this list, for whom I stand proxy for the award of the postgraduate diploma, higher degrees, and Doctor of Philosophy of Olabisi Onabanjo University.
By the authority of Senate, I admit you all and severally to the postgraduate diploma, higher degrees, and PhD of the Olabisi Onabanjo University. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. The postgraduate diplomas and masters to please have their seats. The PhD holders, I'll be calling your name now. Please, I want you to follow the order. They will come this way. Award of Doctor of Philosophy, Bilewu Olukayode Abiodun. From Faculty of Administration and Management Sciences, Alao Abdulaziz Adeniyi. Akọsílẹ̀ Iyola Akindele. Samson Adewale, Falami Ramon Abiodun, Aribi Maiwa Ebenezer, Omotayo Babatunde Moshood, is 75 years old. He is the oldest amongst them. Ọ̀pálúwà Ashiru. Ògúnbànjọ Ọlájídé Ìdòwú. Afọlábí Adéwálé Ọlákúnlé. Akànní Kazeem Adéyínká. Ọlátúnjí Elizabeth Taiwo. Yusuf Saliu Adesina. Oriaku Christian Shinileme. Agboola Olúyẹmísí Ọmọbọ́lá. Àìná Adéọlá Elizabeth. Balógun Ṣítàbí Lukman Adéfọlárin. Adémúlẹ́yìn Victoria Olúwatóyìn. Lawal Fagbọ́ Saheed Babatunde. Faculty of Basic Medical Sciences Olúbẹ̀rẹ̀ Olúṣọlá Olúkáyọ̀dé. Fábíyì Olúṣèyí Sunday. Azan Ọládòkòrò. Rachel Edoko. Adébùsúyì Sunday Adédọjà. Ọ̀páragbò Chinedu Tahir. Afọ́ṣà Ebelechukwu Eugenia. Faculty of Arts Ọ̀túnmáńtẹ̀ Olúwàjìwọ́lọ. Abẹ́kúnlé Jacob Adémọ́lá. Fálànà Ìsíkẹ̀ Olúwaṣẹ́gun. Wẹ́sẹ̀ Nicholas Olúfẹ́mi. Adébáyọ̀ Olúmúyìwá Babátúndé. Dòsùnmú Ayodeji Joseph. Òkègbèmí Èyílòdù Michael. Fáládé Matthew Adénípẹ̀kun. Adédòkun Felix Olúwaṣẹ́gun. Anilu Wasiu Bọ́lárìnwá. Abdulateef Abdulsemiu Olújídé. Adéníran Kaba Daniel. Salau Modinas Olúwayẹmísí. Obiyo Ijeoma Precious. Adéṣiyàn Rebecca Olúakúbọ̀. Òjó Olúwadámilọ́lá Abọ́sẹ̀dé. Sọ́ni Mumi Adékúnlé. Obi Constance Ifeyiwa. Amunta Sunday. Adesi Ọmọlọ́lá Prince. Afuaja Longinus. Chukwudi Dilma. Oyeniran Stephen Abiodun. Baba, Idris Lukman Oriyomi, Adesoya Adebimpe Olúṣọlá, Adewuyi Lydia Aduke, Adeyola Moses Afolabi, Bọ́lárìnwá Fẹ̀yìntọ́lá Fatima Bintu, Ọlátúnjí Bíọ́dún Ashiru, Ṣótáyọ̀ Ọlábísí Táíwò, Faculty of Science now. Olayinka Eduro Abosede Fumilayo. Adaramola Feisharaji. Adeyemi Jami Oluwatosi. Owadala Pauline Enebago Afolabi Oluwabukolatosi. Ọmọkùnrin Adeoye Olúfúnkẹ́ Ànúolúwa. Usman Tajudeen Olúṣẹ́gun. Bakari Hamid Ọlálékan. Adéjùmọ̀bí Caleb. Adéníyì. Adésọ̀yà Sophiat Adétómilọ́lá. Ọláyíwọlá Ọlánìkẹ́ Grace. Adélékè Adéníyì Taofik. Madu Peter Ndubusi. Ekeredu Ikwe Kennedy Irikefe. Okunawa Babafẹ́mi Olúkòrédé. Awoyemi Samson Oyèbọ̀dé. Ọlásùpọ̀ Ahmed Ọlálékan. Sulaiman Mukaila Adéníran. Shitu Mary Toyin. Ìdòwú Sábìkì Adébọ́lá. Ògúngbadé Olúbùkọ́lá Emmanuel. Ashiru, Adegoju Samuel Oyega, Odrola Musa Olariwaju, Oni Lawrence Babatunde, Dalejaye Toluwanimi Grace, Saliu Musa Adekan, Adeyemi Oluwole Victor, Adefemi Oluwole Victor, Oluyemi Abimbola Adekemi, Eze Ngwale Michael, Bello Adesola Olufumi, Fọlárin Jami, Olúwabíyì Glory, Ọláolúwatómi, Adébáyọ̀ Olúwaṣẹ́gun Ezekiel.
please come out. Dada Aisha Adonwako. Mabe Koye O Olatunji. Happy Dubo Deborah. Happy to Dubo Precious. As I call them, please come out. Anna Joyful Janet. Okay. Okay. Anna Bemisola. Okay. Anna Bemisola. Olajide. Release. Yanoluwapo. Ajibose Semirat Oyebukola. Kamodi Kẹ́hìndé Rukaya. Kamodi Kẹ́hìndé Rukaya. Promotion favour Ọ̀rẹ́dẹ̀gbọ́. Adébọ̀wálé Ọláyínká. Now Naomi, please come out. Ayọ̀adé Ojí Ọpẹ́yẹmí. Olúṣọ̀yà Jésù. Bọ́lá Daniel. Bello Ṣúrùrà Àbọ̀dọ́rẹ́. Kúkúyì Grace Olúwaṣe. Arẹ̀mú Azizat Ayọ̀dá. Abdulrasaq Sifula Adébọ́lá. Lawal Aziz Àìṣekọ́lá. Odúkọ̀yà Ìṣọ̀lá Alimọ̀. Johnson Ayọ̀míkọ̀ Grace. Ọ̀pẹ́sà Esther. Fúnmi Ọlátijọ́ Esther. Adégbòyìnká Ọlá Ìjà Jamat. Akínsọ̀yà Adéọlá. Ọláréwájú Ọpẹ́dìbọ̀ Ọmọdọ́lá. Ọ̀ṣọ́fisáyọ̀ Olúwakúndọ̀lá. Àríyọ̀ Joseph Ayọ̀mídé. Adéyẹmí Pace. Jinadu Michael Ọ̀bẹ̀rù Mary. Oyedokun Marvelous. Ogun Ọlátúnjí. Múrínù Ẹ̀láìdà. Múrínù Elisa. Babawale Ayọ̀mídé. Baba this program, Dr. Toyin of the Faculty of Science, Department of Zoology, to present our speech.
To our esteemed Vice-Chancellor, we are immensely grateful for your exemplary leadership and unwavering commitment to the welfare of students. Your accessibility and responsiveness have ensured that we felt supported throughout our academic journey. Initiatives such as introduction of the e-transcript system, request system, enabling graduates to process transcripts seamlessly from any location, and the automation of admission processes for both undergraduate and postgraduate programs reflect your drive for efficiency and innovation. Your contributions have undoubtedly enhanced the operation and reputation of this institution. We also wish to acknowledge the effort of the university authorities, academic faculty, and administrative staff. Your guidance, mentorship, and dedication have been invaluable in shaping our academic pursuit and personal growth. Your Excellency, as the motto of this great institution states, Excellentia Humana e Pare Opus, which translates to the flowering of human ability Nigeria and the world at large. To my fellow graduates, this milestone is both a celebration of our achievement and a call to greater responsibility. As we embark on this new journey, let us remember the word of Nelson Mandela. Education is the most powerful weapon which we can use to change the world. Equipped with knowledge and experiences from our time at Olayinka University, we have all it takes to create a better future and inspire positive change wherever we go. To those still aspiring to reach this moment, be assured that the determination to excel lies within you. Cultivate it, nurture it, and let it propel you towards greatness. As we honor this remarkable occasion and anticipate the future ahead, let us remain committed to upholding the value of integrity, excellence, and service that define our alma mater. Long live the Federal Republic of Nigeria, long live Ogun State, long live Olayinka University. Thank you.
Excellency, like I said earlier, the convocation for undergraduate was held on Wednesday and Thursdays. The overall best graduating student is Dauda Aisha Anuruwa of the Department of Economics with a CGPA of 4.87. I hereby invite Dauda. Please come forward.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have the honor to invite representatives of Sisters University as I call them. Professor A.O. Dairo, Rep, Vice-Chancellor of the University, please come up. And Professor Daramola of Best University of Technology, Rep, Best University of Technology, Professor Elin Bodude, representative of Federal University of Technology. Oh, please, all the staff, please come. Sister University, representative of Sister University, please come forward. Representative of Sister University, please come forward. Sister University and now other higher institutions, please come forward.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have the honor and privilege to respectfully invite the visitor of the university, His Excellency, the Executive Governor of the State, Prince Dapo, Abiodun, ably represented by Her Excellency, the Executive Governor.
the Chief of Staff to the Governor, Dr. Toyin, the Honorable Commissioner for Education, Science and Technology, Professor Abayomi, Arigbabu. I use the Honorable Commissioner as a point of contact for all government functionaries who are here today. His Excellency, the former Deputy Governor of Ogun State, Senator Agboola, the Executive Secretary of TECCO, the Convocation Lecture, Architect Ashiru, the Pro-Chancellor and Chairman of the Government Council, Professor Ashiru, ON, the Vice-Chancellor, Professor Ayodeji Agboola, the Deputy Vice-Chancellor, Academic Professor Olayinka, the Deputy Vice-Chancellor, Administration, Professor Dapo, the Registrar, Dr. the Librarian, Mr. Olufemi Showme, and all other principal officers of the institution, all heads of tertiary institutions who are here, the Chairman of Jabina Local Government, Honorary Bolaji Tuson, and all other Chairmen of local governments who are here. KBSC, by way of Agboola, His Royal Highness Oba Abdulrazak and Denuga. KBSC I use it as a point of contact and courtesies for all our royal fathers there. KBSC, Mukiyo, Adeapelori, Nkerapo-Lafi. The Okanyoja of Jebuland, Lord Dr. Sonny Kuku, all graduates here today. Great all whites, all family members and well-wishers, distinguished guests, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Good afternoon. I'm here today to represent the visitor to the university, His Excellency Prince Dapo Abiodun, CON, who is unavoidably absent. He sends his best regards, and here are his remarks. On behalf of the government and good people of Ogun State, I warmly welcome all to this significant occasion, the 34th Convocation Ceremony of this great institution. I congratulate the Pro-Chancellor and Chairman of the Governing Council, Professor Toyin, Ashiru, FNSA, Ogun, and other esteemed members of the Council for their commitment to the continued progress of this university. I also extend my heartfelt congratulations to the Vice-Chancellor, Professor Ayodeji, Olayinka, Agboola, the management team, and the dedicated staff of this great institution. Your leadership and collective efforts have fostered a peaceful and productive academic environment, enabling the university to sustain its high standards. I also commend the organizers and everyone who has contributed to making this event a reality. Olayinka University has over the years distinguished itself as a citadel of learning and a training ground for leaders and agents of positive change. As a government, we recognize that education is the foundation of a progressive society. It fuels innovation, drives empowerment, and serves as a catalyst for development. Our administration remains committed to advancing education in Ogun State by creating an enabling environment for learning and forging strategic partnerships to elevate our institutions to global standards. We continue to invest in infrastructure, capacity building, and policies that enhance access to high-quality education. Beyond being the education capital of Nigeria, our vision is to make Ogun State a hub of academic excellence and innovation. Olayinka University plays a vital role in this mission, and I commend its leadership for fostering research, academic excellence, and community service. Let me assure this great institution that our government remains fully committed to its continuous development. This includes the construction of modern lecture halls, state-of-the-art laboratories, student accommodation, and recreational facilities. We will also ensure that the university has access to advanced technology and cutting-edge resources to enhance research, teaching, and learning. In this digital age, education must evolve. We are committed to expanding e-learning infrastructure and digital resources to equip our students with the necessary tools to compete in an increasingly globalized world. Our government will continue to support this institution in maintaining global competitiveness in higher education. Education must be inclusive and equitable. We are determined to ensure that no Ogun State student is denied access to quality education due to financial constraints. Our scholarship and bursary programs have supported thousands of students in pursuing higher education both locally and internationally. Additionally, the NELFOC initiative under the Renewed Hope Agenda of His Excellency Ashiru GCFR has significantly supported students across tertiary institutions, enabling them to acquire the education needed for a secure future. I thank our Convocation Lecturer, Architect Olayinka, the Executive Secretary of TEC, for his insightful and thought-provoking lecture, and use this opportunity to appreciate the contributions of TEC at repositioning our tertiary institutions in Ogun State through their various interventions. To further enhance investment in our tertiary institutions, in 2020, our administration established the State Education Trust Fund for infrastructure development in state-owned tertiary institutions not covered by TEC-fund interventions. Plans are now afoot to expand the fund to cover primary and secondary institutions. This demonstrates our strong commitment to providing qualitative and accessible education at all levels. Education is a shared responsibility. I call on well-meaning individuals, corporate organizations, and private sector players to partner with us in furthering educational development in the state. Together, we can build a future where every child has access to quality education and every graduate has the skills and knowledge to succeed. It gives me great pleasure today to congratulate Dr. Adekunle Hassan, a distinguished ophthalmologist and philanthropist, the proprietor of the Eye Foundation Hospital School, and the chairman of the board of the Olabisi Onabanjo Teaching Hospital, on his well-deserved award of the degree of Doctor of Science Honoris Causa of the Olabisi Onabanjo University. On behalf of the Olabisi Onabanjo University, and indeed the good people of the state, I thank you, sir, for your very generous donations of a 500 million naira endowment of a professorial chair in ophthalmology and a 500 million naira School of Eye Health to this institution. May the Almighty reward your generosity and replenish your purse. Before I conclude, I recognize the parents, guardians, and families of our graduates who have stood by them through their academic journeys. Your sacrifice and belief in the power of education have made today a reality for them. Congratulations. To the faculty and staff of Olabisi Onabanjo University, your dedication to nurturing future leaders is commendable. Thank you for your service to the state and to our great nation. Your Royal Highnesses, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, today marks a major milestone for all our graduates, achieved through years of hard work, discipline, and determination. Graduates, as you step into the world, carry with you the values and principles that have shaped you. Strive to be innovators, problem solvers, and leaders in your respective fields. The world you are stepping into is filled with both challenges and opportunities. As we embark on this journey, remember the words of former U.S. President Barack Obama. The future rewards those who press on. I don't have time to feel sorry for myself. I don't have time to complain. I'm going to press on. Please press on. It gives me immense pleasure to especially acknowledge the 14 graduates who excelled as the best graduating students in their various faculties. In our usual practice, the government will be giving them a cash gift of 500,000 naira each. In addition, the best overall student for the 2023-24 session, Ms. Aishat Amoluwa-Odada, will get an additional cash gift of 2.5 million naira. Once again, I extend my heartfelt congratulations to the Pro-Chancellor, Professor Toyin Ashiru, FNSC, the Governing Council, the Vice-Chancellor, management, staff, and students of this noble institution on this 34th Convocation Ceremony. I appreciate our invited guests, royal fathers, government functionaries, representatives of sister institutions, stakeholders, parents, and friends of the university who have honored us with their presence. Let us all continue to work together to build a stronger, more dynamic, and globally competitive university that the state can continue to take pride in. I thank you all for listening and may God bless you. Thank
Thank you. Please, let's have a seat. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, this program will soon be rounded off. The procession will end very shortly. I will invite the Vice-Chancellor to declare. As the procession is going out,
Please, we are all expected to rise and remain standing. On this note, I have the honor and privilege to invite the Vice-Chancellor to declare the 34th Convocation Ceremony closed. Vice-Chancellor, sir.
Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor of the state, every representing the Governor of the state and the Principal of the University today. It is a great joy that we are able to do this convocation without each. I'm happy that the Honorary of today also gave us a $1 billion to develop this university. On behalf of Senate of this great university, I hereby declare this convocation closed.
Thank you very much. Shall we remain standing as we have the procession move out in reverse order? Thank you very much.